I'm going to demonstrate how to load your film processing reels and position them in your film processing tank. When you get ready to process your film, you're going to need these supplies. This is the tank for the film. You will need 2 film processing reels. A very, very important item is the spool. This will go inside the tank to hold the reels and also make sure that light doesn't get into your tank. And then you will need a lid with an orange cap. In addition to the tank parts, you will also need a pair of scissors and a bottle opener, which should be in the film processing room, and your film. So you'll be doing this process in complete darkness. Let me repeat, you'll be doing this in complete darkness. It's only in the light right now to show you the steps. So the way the tank is assembled is you have your tank here. You put the spool in the bottom of the tank. Then your reels, once you put the film on them, are going to go inside the tank here. And then the lid is screwed on very evenly and snug. You want to snug it up a little bit. You don't want to have the lid on crooked, sideways, or it can let light in. A good way to test for this is to take your fingers and feel around the bottom of the tank where the lid meets the tank. This should feel even. And then once you have the black lid on, it is not sensitive, or it cannot be exposed to light any longer. The orange lid keeps the chemicals in the tank. Okay. So when you go in the dark room, or the film loading room, you'll have your film, and your film should be completely wound up in your film canister. And you'll see we have 2 ends. We have an end that has a little spool sticking out, and then we have a flat end. It doesn't matter which end you open up the film canister. Either is fine, but you'll use this film opener and pry up the metal lip. Okay. You'll just take that all the way off. And that's garbage. We don't need that anymore. And then you'll pull out your film, which will look like this. And then this we also don't need, so those will go in the garbage. So you'll have your film here. And the first thing you need to do is, again, this will be in complete darkness, so you're using your hands to feel around to see where to cut. But you're going to cut off the tongue. To do this, carefully don't cut your finger. Cut a flat edge. This is what you're going to load into the first part of the reel. So the reels have a front-loading side, and that's indicated by these large tabs. So this is where the film goes in and under, and then it's going to come around this way, past these 2 little silver metal balls. Okay. So you'll feed the film in, pull it a little past, and then I'm going to hold one side steady while I crank the right side. And I'll have to kind of stretch out my film as I go. And you just want to go slow and steady. Then you'll reach the end. And this part here you'll have to cut off, or you can rip off the tape, and that part you don't need anymore. So there we go. So now the film is loaded on the reel, and if you're only processing one roll of film, then you're going to put that roll of film, again, spool in first, the film roll on the bottom, and an empty reel on top. Okay? And then you will, again, tighten the tank. And then you're ready to process your film. One other thing I want to show you is about the film reels themselves. When you take them apart, like let's say you get in trouble in the darkroom and you need to start over, the way that you release the film is if you hold the right side, you're going to push it forward and it should come apart. Okay? And then when you put them back together, there are very specific tracks that you want to be aware of how they connect. So you want to make sure that you're lining up in a track like this here, and you don't want to line up in a track like this. This is no. This will cause the reel to become jammed together. So I'm going to carefully line up and twist it back together. Okay.